everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Corie and I aim to help you connect history to the Bible. Today you are standing with me in my kitchen. Welcome. Why are we standing in my kitchen? Well, I gotta tell you, I was reading through Biblical Archaeology Review quite a while ago and I stumbled down this rabbit hole. They had one of their employees go back and look at some scholarly research on some of the ancient cookbooks that they found from Mesopotamia and Syria. And she created, her name is Megan Souter, this employee of Bar magazine. She created some recipes in their test kitchen and it piqued my interest. I'm in right away, right up my alley. Piqued my interest right away. I love to bake, I love to cook, I love history, I love the Bible. So today, you and I are going to be trying out one of these, reimagined ancient recipes. And I wanted to start with the one that I thought looked like the most fun, Mersu. It's described as an ancient Syrian pastry. I don't know what else could speak my language more. Ancient, pastry, and recipe. Yes, I am in. So today we are going to try to recreate this and see what we can learn about the Bible and history. We know that this recipe was based off of a recipe that was discovered that dates to 1775 BCE. That means that this dessert is at least 3,700 years old, probably longer. What this means is that this is something that likely the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob would have come into contact with, at least something very similar to this, because it's right in the zone where they lived and moved and traveled. It's hills from the city of Mari, which is kind of in between Haran and, you know what, I'll just show you on a map where it is. But you know what, let's get started. Let's get the ingredients together and just jump right into baking.
The first thing we have to do is to prepare all the ingredients. First up are the dates. These ones are already pitted, so I just have to chop them all up so that they'll cook a bit faster. Now, dates have a special place in the cuisine of ancient Mesopotamia and the ancient Near East. More on that later. We're going to move on to shelling and chopping the pistachios. I've read in passing that some areas of Mesopotamia and the ancient Near East relied on wild pistachio trees for the majority of their nuts, but I would be interested in reading on how pistachios were eventually cultivated. Now, I do know that pistachios were found in excavations at the Israelite cities of Lachish, Beersheba, and Arad, and that they dated to the Iron Age, which is roughly equivalent to the time period of the kings of Israel and Judah. So that equates to the biblical books of Samuel, Kings, and Chronicles. For this recipe, I'm using barley flour, which was thought of as the more average flour, in contrast to wheat flour, which was more expensive. I also did not have to grind this myself, so bonus, because in the ancient world, flour would often be ground daily as needed. I think it stores longer that way. For the butter, we're just gonna cut it in some nice cubes so that it's easier to mix up. I'm using cow's milk here, but I'm sure any milk would do the trick. Now that all the ingredients are prepped, it's time to make the filling. We're going to bring the dates and water up to a simmer. Now, like I was saying earlier, dates have a special place in ancient Near Eastern cuisine. They can be eaten so many ways, fresh or dried like these ones. They can be made into a date paste or jam that would be used as a sweetener, I guess just a tasty snack. They can be turned into a more runny date syrup, which was also called honey. And I know that dates were also used to make alcohol, both beer and wine. Apparently, even the sap from date palm trees can be used to make a type of alcohol. Now, of course, this was good for enjoyment, but it also boosted the caloric intake of food, which was important in the ancient world for survival. Now that the dates have a good pasty consistency, we're going to add in the pistachios and give it a good mix. The filling needs to be pasty so that it sits well and holds its shape in the finished product. This smells so good. I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. So we're just gonna set it aside to cool now that it's finished. For the pastry part of Mersu, we're gonna crumb the barley flour and the butter together, which just means mixing them together until the mix reaches a coarse crumb consistency. Then we'll add in the milk so that it will all stick together nicely, and hopefully it will make a moldable dough. It's finally time to attempt to shape the Mersu. This is the part that I was most nervous about. It seems to me that this is where the rubber meets the road. If the dough isn't the right consistency, it may not be moldable enough to properly shape, but I think we're gonna be okay. I've made a lot of cake pops in my day, and this feels somewhat similar. So I'm just gonna roll it up in my hands to make a ball. Then I'm gonna make a little hole in the center and kind of flatten it outwards, trying to avoid any cracks or any breakage, fixing it as I go. And now that I've got this nice cup-like shape, I'm gonna put a small scoop of filling in it and close it right up, pinching it and shaping it as I go. Some movie magic later, because this took quite a bit to get the hang of, but here they are. Into the oven for a little bit. I'm here with my husband, Matlock. Hey, Matlock.
Hey.
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 Hey. Okay, so what has happened? The lighting is a little bit different, and I have Matlock here because the Mersu, it's done. It's done. It smells delicious. I haven't tasted it yet. It made about 23 little ball things, but it took a little bit longer than I thought, so I had to take a break. We had to feed our kids, play with our kids, put our kids to bed, and so now we're here. It's night. It's shortly after 9. And I brought you here to feed you.
Yes, feed me.
Feed you. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Right.
Oh, wait. I have to warn you, though. Don't think, even though this is an ancient dessert, don't think cookie. Don't think
Right.
modern cookie, because the flour is different, and there's definitely not as much sugar.
Okay, right.
So, go.
All right. Yeah, I don't know really what to expect, if I'm being honest.
Do you know what's in it?
No. They kind of look like sand balls, but...
They do look like sand balls.
Yeah, it's very fitting for the Middle East. Yeah.
Because there's lots of sand. There's also lots of rocks. They could be little
or
rocks.
am I thinking of Arabia? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
All right, should I just go for it?
Yes, you should.
All right.
How is it? Is it bad? What does it taste like?
That's right. Well, I haven't really got the inside yet.
Think 3,700-year-old after dinner snack.
That's what it tastes like.
Okay, let me try it. Oh, wow, it's really dry.
Tastes like sand balls. That's exactly what it tastes like.
Guys, something has gone horribly wrong.
I can't laugh because the sand goes in.
Wow. Okay. They're really thick, so I think breaking them open would be the way to go. Mm-hmm. I said you have tears all over your face.
All right. So the inside's quite nice. The center.
I haven't gotten to the center yet. We've discovered the outside is quite dry. Mm-hmm. Oh, the center's really good. Okay, so perhaps the outside is my fault. Maybe it needs to be much thinner. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because this is very dry. So it could have been user error.
Or you live in the sand all day. Tastes like home.
Maybe it's meant to be had with wine or coffee or milk or something of that nature. Tea would make this much better.
Milk would be good with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Actually, once you get used to it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just if you bite into it and you get the big chunk of dough.
That's right.
But I think that's user error. Mm-hmm. Because they used to have, there was specialists who would make this as opposed to just someone who got a recipe off the internet.
Right. I'm going to try another one. Mm-hmm. What would you do to modernize this?
Add a little bit of sugar into the cookie. It's not a cookie. Into the outside pastry. And next time I would change the pastry so that it's more moist. It's less sandy. And perhaps I might have made the crumb too small. So it would take a little bit of experimenting. But I really like the filling. The filling's quite nice. Quite nice, and it does give you that after dinner kind of sweetness. Yeah. But I definitely would make the dough thinner next time too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've determined a few things. The filling of Mersu as is delicious. I definitely need to make the crust or the outside pastry much thinner, and I may have to work on the crumb level a little bit too because it's pretty crumbly. But this would be delicious with tea. So we have quite a few left over. There's only 3 in this bowl, but I have a lot more. We're definitely going to have to try some with tea.
Beverage next time would be a good idea.
Beverage. And you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to take some to my family around Bible Discovery. So I'll recommend that to them as well. Beverage with Mersu. But yeah, I think this was a pretty successful first try. One of the most exciting things is that we are tasting something similar in flavor profile that would have been a popular dessert at the time of the Old Testament of the Bible. So that's pretty cool because when we're looking at, timing, we're thinking like Joseph in Egypt timing. So Patriarchs, Joseph, really cool stuff. Well, anyway, it is the next day. I am outside of Bible Discovery right now. That's why I'm in my car. I have Mersu with me. Don't mind the condensation. I live in Canada. It's -1 degrees outside. So when you bring room temperature things outside in containers, condensation develops on the lid, but that is okay. I wanted to share with you a couple of things that I have learned about Mersu. Number 1, Mersu needs time to rest. When I got up this morning, I tried another one, and lo and behold, it's not as dry. So the moisture from the filling is actually spreading into the outside pastry. So, pro tip, let Mersu sit. Let the deliciousness marinate in there. And the second tip is still to take a big bite. I had told Matlock, this is my fault, I told Matlock to take a small bite yesterday so that it wouldn't take us forever to chew and describe what it was that we were eating, and you saw how that went. We just mostly got the outside coating and not the delicious inside. So take a big bite. Those are my 2 Mersu tips. I may or may not share it with anyone I find inside to to try it. But let's go see who's here. Okay, here we are at Bible Discovery.
I'm so nervous to try this. But...
Becca, meet Mersu.
Is that what it's called?
It's called Mersu. Yeah.
So
it's an ancient Syrian pastry that dates to about 1775 BC. It's not extremely sweet.
It smells so different than I expected it to. Like it smells more like not sweet at all.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no sugar in it, but there is something sweet in it. So.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Good luck.
It's actually really good.
Okay, good.
It kind of tastes a little bit like a butter tart.
Yeah, I could see that. There's a lot of butter in it.
It's really good, but it's like browned on the bottom. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I think that's just some of the dates that leaked out.
And it doesn't taste like very date-ish to me. It tastes
okay,
almost
good.
raisiny.
Okay, yeah.
It's really good though.
Okay, good.
Good job,
so thumbs up for ancient pastry.
Thumbs up.
Awesome.
Good job.
I found Mom.
Hey there.
Would you like to try some Mersu?
I would love to try some. Look, I'm going to go for a big one.
Good.
Yeah. So what is this called again?
Mersu.
Mersu. And
Yeah.
you made it
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah.
All right.
It's an ancient pastry. It's a little crumbly.
I'm going to grab.
Yeah.
You know what? I like it.
Good.
I do. I would like a cup of tea
Yes.
or coffee with it.
Because it's a little crumbly, right? Still, it's way
a
better
little
than
crumbly.
yesterday. The more I've been finding out, the more you let it sit, the filling makes the pastry taste
Soften
better,
up.
soften up. Yeah.
No, it's really good. In fact, it reminds me of something, but I can't place my finger on it. The outside.
Okay,
The
yeah.
outside of it reminds me of some type of crust. It's very, very good. I really like it.
Okay, good. Another thumbs up for ancient pastries. Okay, Dad.
So what are these actually called?
Mersu. These are called Mersu. They're an ancient Syrian date pastry.
Okay, so Abraham would have eaten these.
Very possibly, or something like it, at least.
I'll try it.
Try it. Give it a go. See what you think. You can be honest. It may not be for everyone.
That's interesting. It tastes, it has the texture of a cookie. But it doesn't have the sugar taste.
Right.
And it doesn't really have a salt taste.
No?
It's pretty good, actually. Oh,
Got more filling? There's the sweet,
Okay.
right? It has some sweet from the
Yeah.
filling. It's date on the inside, date and pistachio.
that's date.
Date and pistachio filling on the inside, yeah.
So that's actually pretty good.
Okay, so not bad, not bad.
Well, that's pretty good.
Good, thumbs
And
up
I
from
don't
you.
eat dates. I don't eat them, but that's pretty good, actually.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a really good day wherever you are. If you're in the mood to try an ancient dessert, this is not a bad place to start. In case you are interested in the recipe for Mersu, trying out your own version of it, I'm going to put a link to Biblical Archaeology Review online, their website, down in the description box below. That is the article that I was using for today's video, which was pretty successful overall. So I hope you have a really great day wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We want to keep producing high quality biblical content, but we can't do it without your support. If you feel called to support us, please click the link in the description under donate. Your support really means a lot to us.